Hi, today I want to talk about some really interesting research that's just come out of one of the premier management consultancies in the world, Bain & Co, and it's on how to improve the customer experience. Let's be honest, there's really two fundamental ways to stand out from the competition. The first is to deliver a better product. That's not always possible. Often we're selling stuff that is pretty much the same as our competitors. But the second is an area that a lot of people are not spending much time on, and that is how to improve the customer experience. Because the fact is, you can sell an average product, but if you wrap it with an extraordinary customer experience, you can still make a lot of money and build a terrific business. So Bain & Co have gone into this in great depth, as you'd imagine, and they've come up with 5 important questions that you need to ask yourself when developing a customer experience. And question 1 is, what do we want to stand for in the eyes of our customers? Unless you get clear on what your company vision is, it's very hard to create a customer experience that is absolutely world-class. And yet so many entrepreneurs are not really clear about what their company brand is and what their company really stands for. So do the work up front, get a crystal clear vision, and make sure your staff know it. And then you can build a customer experience that best reflects that vision. Question 2 is, what actions will have the greatest impact on our target customers? When you start brainstorming, creating a great customer experience, you're going to come up with a whole score of ideas on how to do that. But what you'll probably find is this, that trying to institute all those ideas is going to be really hard, number one, and that correspondingly probably only 2 or 3 of them will really matter. So what are the 2 or 3 customer experience touch points that you can work on so that anyone who has anything to do with your customer is totally wowed by the experience? Question 3 is, how can customer feedback promote learning and behavior change? So it's all very well you saying we're going to have a great customer experience and they're going to love us because we're going to do X, Y, and Z. But unless you ask the customer their opinion about what they want and what they expect from a customer experience or what they would hope for in an experience of your company, then you might be missing the mark. So what you've got to do is you've got to survey them, you've got to interview them, you've got to show your empathy and get close enough to them so that you fully understand their needs and their desires. And only then will you design a customer experience that really resonates with them. And question 5 to ask is, how can we anticipate and mitigate risks in order to sustain the changes? So let's say you come up with a whole stack of ideas for improving the customer experience. The very worst thing you can do is introduce this into your company and then not deliver it. For instance, 3 months later, it all drops by the wayside and this high level of customer service suddenly stops. Well, it's almost better that you never even started it. So once you've organized the 2 or 3 things that you're going to do that are going to make a real difference to the customer's perception of dealing with your company, now you've got to say, okay, how can we create systems around it to make sure we can sustain it, to make sure we can deliver it, not just for the next few months, but for the next few years and beyond. And if you look carefully at those 5 questions and then get the answers and put them into your business, you're going to have a business that has absolutely superlative customer experience. And once you've got that, Bain studies show you will, on average, have considerably higher growth than the average firm, and you will also have considerably higher loyalty from your customers. 2 very worthwhile things indeed.